7 Narcissist gifts designed to destroy your self-worth. The deceptive persona of exaggerated benevolence is one of the most perilous disguises a covert narcissist employs. They are the figures capable of orchestrating grand gestures, purchasing a luxury vehicle, securing an opulent home, or funding lavish international trips. To the outside observer, these actions solidify their image as the flawless, ideal companion. Yet, for the person on the receiving end, the truth is a bitter pill. The extravagant gift is not a token of affection, but a psychological muzzle. Every single item bestowed comes with an exorbitant, unspoken cost, and the required currency for this transaction is the recipient's absolute silence. This extreme generosity is deliberately wielded to gaslight the entire social world into believing they are paragons of virtue, thereby neutralizing any legitimate complaint you might voice. The insidious logic is simple. How could such a magnificent provider possibly be abusive? This creates an emotional cage where speaking the truth casts you, the victim, as the ungrateful villain. The profound reality is that for the narcissist, gift-giving is not an expression of love, but a weapon of strategic control. These objects are not mere presents. They are often calculated insults wrapped in gold foil, meticulously designed to assault your identity and systematically dismantle your self-worth. Today, we will articulate that devastating, sickening gut feeling you have experienced. The one that leaves you feeling worse instead of better every time you open a luxurious box. We are going to unmask 7 specific categories of gifts that narcissists bestow, which function not as gestures of kindness, but as instruments of psychological attack. It is worth noting that some narcissists, like my own father, are profoundly stingy and may never offer gifts at all. However, we are focusing on the other equally toxic subset, the seemingly generous and kind ones, whose spending habits are driven either by pure sadism, the desire to control and wound, or by an insatiable need for external approval, praise, and acceptance. The narcissist's gift-giving ritual is often a masterclass in psychological warfare, a sophisticated maneuver that transforms what should be a gesture of affection into an instrument of abuse. These presents are not benign. They are calculated devices designed to maintain control, undermine self-worth, and reinforce dependency. 1. The unsolicited project, declaring you are insufficient. One of the earliest and most insidious red flags is the gift that delivers the message, "You are not enough." This is unsolicited criticism veiled as concern, a seemingly thoughtful present like a gym membership you never requested, an anti-aging cream set, a bathroom scale, or a self-help book on managing your mood. If these items had been requested, they would signify care. Without a request, they function as a passive-aggressive assault. Psychological insight, plausible deniability, and projection. The moment you open that box, the loud, clear message sent to your subconscious is, "You are fundamentally flawed." They are signaling that you are physically unacceptable or mentally broken without ever uttering a direct word. The brilliance of this abuse, however, lies in its reliance on plausible deniability. The covert narcissist operates with an invisible knife. You feel the wound and begin to bleed emotionally, but the source of the injury cannot be identified. If you express offense, the script is instantly flipped. "I'm just trying to help you be healthy. Why are you so sensitive?" This employs classic projection, shifting the problem of sensitivity onto you. The narcissist gets to play the benevolent helper, actively destroying your self-worth while simultaneously assigning you a lifelong project, fixing yourself. Their goal is to consume your energy and focus, ensuring you never have the bandwidth to look up and realize that they are the actual source of the dysfunction. 2. The calculated fit, weaponizing shame and insecurity. The gift of clothing that is intentionally the wrong size is an act of pure sadism, a psychological setup engineered to trigger your deepest, most primal insecurities. Whether the item is 2 sizes too small or 3 sizes too large, the intent is the same: to cause acute discomfort. Psychological insight, inducing self-loathing for control. Consider the too small scenario. You try to wear the item, the zipper catches, and a wave of shame washes over you, leaving you feeling inadequate or overweight. As you look at the narcissist, you catch that faint, knowing glimmer in their eye. They bought it precisely because it wouldn't fit. They desired that moment of shame. This is body shaming disguised as a present, a calculated strategy to make you uncomfortable in your own skin and hate what you see in the mirror. As psychodynamic theory suggests, if the victim is consumed by self-loathing, they become less likely to find the strength or conviction to leave the abuser. If you dare to mention the size, the trap snaps shut. "Oh, really? I thought you could squeeze into it." It is a subtle, yet brutal verbal assault delivered with feigned surprise, implicitly labeling you as the problem. 3. The boomerang gift, turning you into an object. This is the ultimate selfish present, what we term the boomerang gift. It is thrown at you but is fundamentally intended for the narcissist's own use and gratification. Imagine receiving a brand new, expensive video game console for your birthday when you have never played a video game, or tickets to a concert for a band you despise but they are obsessed with, or a complex kitchen gadget only they know how to operate. Psychological insight, objectification and evasion of accountability. This gift wounds because it effectively erases your identity and turns you into an object. You become a mere prop or a vessel used to justify their heavy spending habits. The narcissist reaps the dopamine hit of the purchase and the utility of the item, while you are left with the humiliating task of feigning gratitude for something that screams, "My desires are the only thing that matters." This dynamic forces you into a lose-lose situation. If you fail to use the gift, they accuse you of being wasteful or ungrateful. "I bought you that expensive console and you never touched it, and you're telling me I am the bad one?" This deflects any accountability for their self-centeredness and serves to further destabilize your emotional footing. 4. The identity eraser, proof they refuse to see you. This gift is truly an identity eraser, demonstrating that despite sharing years, a bed, or a family, the narcissist does not know you at all. You could be a devoted 5-year vegetarian, yet they present you with a gift certificate to a steakhouse. You despise the color gold, yet they buy you a gold chain. You are an avid reader and they give you a vacuum cleaner. Psychological insight, fantasy bonding and lack of object constancy. This baffling act forces you to stand there, holding the offensive item, questioning your own reality. Have you ever listened to a single word I've said? The answer is deeper than mere inattention. It is a refusal to see you. The narcissist is not interacting with the real you, but with a fantasy version of you constructed inside their head, a version that serves them or shares their tastes. This psychological phenomenon demonstrates a profound lack of object constancy. To them, you are not a separate, unique human being, but merely an extension of their own ego. When the gift fundamentally fails to match your soul, it causes a deep, lonely dissonance, confirming the terrifying truth that you are completely isolated and alone within the confines of the relationship. 5. The Trojan horse, gifting a burden disguised as delight. The 5th category is the Trojan horse, the present that is beautiful on the surface but secretly conceals a host of problems designed to attack your peace. This happens when they bestow a massive, unsolicited responsibility upon you, such as an unrequested puppy. To the outside world, this looks like a gesture of profound affection. "Look, he got her a puppy," but to the recipient, it immediately translates into sleepless nights, housebreaking, veterinary bills, and a massive, 100% unilateral burden, because the narcissist certainly won't be handling the care or the early morning walks. The same dynamic applies to a luxury car you cannot realistically afford the insurance or maintenance on, or which places a huge debt in your name. They receive the glory of being the generous provider, while you inherit the stress of the upkeep. Psychological insight, overload and incapacitation. This is a deliberate sabotage tactic. Psychologically, the narcissist understands that by overloading you with responsibilities disguised as gifts, they induce chronic exhaustion and stress. When the victim is tired and stressed, their mental bandwidth, the cognitive resources available for problem-solving, introspection, and planning, is critically reduced. This state of emotional and mental depletion makes it nearly impossible for the victim to fight back, assert boundaries, or, crucially, plan an exit strategy. The gift is, therefore, a strategic burden designed to weigh you down and keep you mentally incapacitated within the relationship's confines. 6. The devaluation hierarchy, trash after royal splurge. This category is a brutal demonstration of the devaluation hierarchy through financial disparity. You witness the narcissists spending lavishly on themselves, new watches, designer clothes, expensive hobbies, treating themselves with full royal luxury. Then your special day arrives, and you receive a generic card from a gas station, a cheap trinket, or something obviously regifted. The sheer contrast is the entire message. Psychological insight, maintaining the grandiose self. The profound discrepancy between what they spend on the grandiose self, them, and what they spend on the subordinate other, you, is a mechanism for establishing a rigid hierarchy, communicating, "I am the king/queen, and you are the peasant." This is intended to make you feel intrinsically small and unworthy of effort. It's a blatant slap in the face designed to force you into a state of begging for emotional scraps. If you dare to point out this financial discrepancy, the narcissist immediately employs deflection and projection, labeling you the gold digger who only cares about money, thereby successfully concealing that they are the true psychological gold digger who only values external validation and status. This maneuver successfully dismisses your valid pain while reinforcing the idea that you deserve the meager offerings. 7. The public performance, emotional blackmail on stage. The 7th item is the grand finale of manipulation, the gift reserved exclusively for public viewing. These gifts may be genuinely expensive, flashy, or even something you explicitly ask them not to get, but they are never presented in private. Instead, the narcissist waits for a crowded social stage, a family gathering, a holiday party, or a public event, and presents the gift dramatically while everyone is watching. Psychological insight, buying validation, and forced performance. The presentation is designed to elicit public gasps of admiration. Wow, she is so generous. But the victim is dying inside. Perhaps the jewelry is hideous, or the surprise trip requires vacation time you don't have. Regardless, you are now trapped on stage. You must smile, perform joy, and hug them. Psychologists identify this as a powerful form of emotional blackmail. If you show even a flicker of genuine disappointment, you humiliate their false self in front of their carefully cultivated audience, and you know with terrifying certainty that you will pay for this later in private. The narcissist is leveraging social pressure to force you to validate them publicly, effectively buying the crowd's applause with your discomfort. This is the ultimate act of using you as a mere prop in their play for external affirmation. These calculated actions, whether consciously planned or stemming from the inherent pathology of their disorder, demonstrate a consistent pattern of inflicting pain and deriving emotional utility from the outcome. The result is demonic in its destructive effect. The survivor's most potent protective strategy is to stop focusing on the narcissist's fake niceness and instead fixate on the hidden agenda and the pattern of pain, thereby validating their own reality and initiating the necessary steps towards self-protection. As our time together winds down today, I invite you to take a deliberate, settling breath and just let the words that truly landed, the ones that gave you a little jolt of recognition, find a quiet place to rest inside you. Whatever truth or realization surfaced, however small, please hold it close and nurture it. If that spark offered you a moment of clarity or a whisper of comfort, consider passing it along. You never know who else is sitting in the dark, desperately needing that exact same flicker of light right now. And if you found even a temporary sense of peace or understanding within this space, I ask you to consider helping this little sanctuary grow by liking, subscribing, and allowing this community of healing to gently expand its reach toward others who are still searching for the same warmth you've encountered here. I want you to know that I am profoundly grateful you chose to spend a piece of your precious day here, making space for reflection, honesty, and challenging, essential growth. Your presence truly means more than I can articulate. I promise to return soon, bringing new insights and fresh stories to support you in maintaining your forward momentum on this winding, personal path. Until that time, please be intensely gentle with yourself. Stand firm and unwavering in the certainty of your own truth. Learn to trust the quiet, persistent rhythm of your healing journey, and always remember this one crucial fact. Even the smallest step toward self-kindness is a monumental stride toward your freedom.